I'm Noah Campbell, Technical Marketing at BlackBerry. Today we're here with Yanni talking about VPN replacement and protection without decryption. But first, Yanni, go ahead and introduce yourself for us.
Yeah, thank you for having me in the first place. So I'm very grateful for being here. I joined BlackBerry about 7 years ago as a contractor, and later on I got employed as a principal solution architect. And currently I'm also fulfilling a role in the MSSP space.
Terrific. So quite a career journey here with BlackBerry, and we're super happy to have you. You know, you're one of our experts in Silence Gateway and the idea of VPN replacement. So what's the whole point around VPN replacement? Why do we need to do it? What's the security issue here? And what are some of the user experience issues relating to VPN replacement and why, this needs to happen?
Right. So with the security models shifting from the traditional castle and moat model, right, towards zero trust, yeah, certain solutions are no longer sustainable. And yeah, VPN is a great example of that, right? And to mitigate the gaps in VPN, yeah, the market is now shifting towards ZTNA to replace their legacy VPN solutions and leverage zero trust or the zero trust model, so to speak. And the pandemic, it even accelerated this shift, right, for obvious reasons. So yeah, so the increased risk with a large working from home force underlines this as it brings additional security challenges, right? However, this increased also the need for privacy, right? So, and privacy and security generally clash.
Mm-hmm. And so, we've got an increased need for security because you've got more people working from home than ever, right? So you've got this remote workforce scattered all over the world. They need quick access to their data, quick access to the information that helps them be productive, but they have to do that securely. So I know BlackBerry was working on this even before the pandemic, but we're looking at a solution to that. What service are we providing to organizations through Silence Gateway to help enable this secure work from home model?
Yeah, right. So as you already said, right, even before the pandemic, we already acknowledged the market need for zero trust network access. And we already embraced the zero trust model in a very, very early stage. And we worked very hard to provide suitable solutions to our customers. And with Gateway being the zero trust network access pillar. And Gateway, it basically brings all the productivity benefits of a traditional VPN without the security drawbacks, right? So for example, reduced attack surface, no backhauling of traffic, continuous authentication, and newer, faster, more secure tunneling protocols. And last but not least, the ability to apply AI/ML models in several areas for additional security. And because Gateway is a cloud service, it's virtually scalable to an unlimited amount of users, right? And this means, for example, only on-prem traffic is sent to your corporate data center, meaning all SaaS and internet traffic is no longer funneled through it, and this is offloading any unnecessary traffic. And Gateway can be leveraged on almost any device, so both desktop, Windows and Mac, mobile, iOS and Android, and even Chromebooks.
Fantastic. And you got me excited because you said AI and ML, and a lot of folks say AI and ML. So tell us, with what you can, how does Gateway work from the inside? And if you can, explain some of the AI and ML behind it, because it's a really exciting topic right now, particularly in ZTNA. How are we doing it?
Yeah, we apply our AI/ML in several key areas, right? So by collecting copious network telemetry, our AI can build a risk posture based on the user's behavior. And based on this risk posture, the system or administrators, for that matter, can determine what, if any, access is provided to the user. This is a continuous process throughout the session. One of the other areas our AI is very strong is the detection of malicious destinations, phishing, and C2 beacons. Our solution does not require TLS inspection to mitigate those risks.
Well, that's fantastic. And, Silence has such a reputation for having one of the best AIs in the market and, being leaders in applying AI and ML techniques to cybersecurity. So it's fantastic to see that continue with zero trust network access. And you mentioned as part of, your description of how our AI and ML works within Gateway that our solution doesn't require TLS inspection to mitigate risks relating to, the detection of malicious destinations and phishing and C2 beacons. So, we know that some solutions have to use TLS or transport layer security as part of how they provide ZTNA and how some VPNs work. But can you explain what that is and why it's a risk? why are people afraid of TLS? Why are we not wanting to use it? And why do we, as BlackBerry, avoid that with Silence Gateway?
Yeah, to keep it very short and brief, I'll dumb it down a little bit.
Good,
But in a
thank you.
nutshell, TLS encrypts HTTP traffic, right?
Mm.
And unencrypted HTTP traffic would expose data to unintended recipients. So now the common practice is to encrypt all web traffic with TLS to prevent any data leakage, right? However, this removes the visibility on that traffic from malicious content. So TLS inspection, simply said, is adding a backdoor to that traffic, right? So you have to decrypt it to inspect it, and potentially you can even alter it and check for any undesired content. So basically, it's a controlled man-in-the-middle attack. By adding a backdoor, and there are several different methods to do so, in all cases, a huge risk is added. So with poor configuration, exploited vulnerabilities, insider threads, and so on, they're all weaknesses in the solution. On top of that, certificate pinning solutions, solutions which use HSTS, and many other aspects, they basically don't function when TLS inspection is enabled. And I'm from Europe, Netherlands actually. Privacy aspect, the privacy aspect is also weighed in a lot of companies, right? And interesting fact, as early as 2019, the NSA already issued an advisory highlighting the risks of implementing TLS inspection, with some pointers on how to reduce the risks. But very importantly, not how to mitigate them, right? It's only a risk reduction. However, as there is no alternative, vendors and customers have to choose a lesser evil, right?
So, mitigating these risks, but not actually reducing these risks. I get that, and choosing the lesser of these two evils. But from a Silence Gateway perspective, like I said, we don't need to use TLS, which makes us more secure, and we can provide that protection without decryption. How is that possible?
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, Silence Gateway has, in this part I did not mention, patented AI/ML to cover most of the TLS inspection use cases without any of the drawbacks or risks, right? Privacy is retained, traffic is not decrypted, and no backdoor is added, yet the security use cases are covered.
Well, that's fantastic. Thanks so much, Yoni, for explaining to us how we can provide protection without decryption. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah, so we actually continuously add features to Silence Gateway with a really rapid pace to stay current with market needs and the security requirements. So both on the productivity and security perspective, we're improving the product really, really quickly.
Fantastic. Well, and I know you're busy doing that, so get back to adding those features. Folks who want to get started with Silence Gateway can visit blackberry.com for more information. Thanks so much.